Which is better to protect your assets for your kids and your family in the event of your death or incapacity, a will or a trust? Let's find out. Hi, I'm Micek, and I help people protect their assets so they can pass their estate to their family and not the nursing home. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the difference between having a will versus having a trust. As we age and get toward our older years, it's important to have instructions about what should happen to your assets upon the event of your death or incapacity. Unfortunately, when no planning is done, your family pays the price in additional costs and in going through a long court process. So one of the first things you need to determine is how are you going to protect your assets? Do you need a trust, or will a will be enough? I understand that it might feel odd or even scary making a will or talking about your own death. But the alternative is that you are not in control of your own estate if something does happen to you. After working a lifetime to build up your assets, do you really want the state of New York to decide who gets them after you're gone? A carefully crafted will ensures what happens to your asset in the event of your death. It will accurately transfer your assets to your heirs and beneficiaries according to your wishes, which can avoid family conflict and costly disputes. Plus, you can protect those assets from some of the major misfortunes that can happen to your family members. But even the best drafted will should be reviewed every 5 years to determine if it still fits your family's needs and your wishes. Wills are a basic estate planning tool, and everyone should have one. But there are many cons to them as well. One of them is that a will must go through the probate process. This means that a lawyer has to file the will in court before it can go into effect, and the court supervises how your estate is distributed. In New York, this process generally is expensive, takes a year, and can take much longer if there are any issues with the will or any family disputes. However, having just a simple will is no longer enough in this complicated time. Consider how you would feel if you left all of your assets to your spouse outright, as many people do, using only a simple will. If your spouse remarries after you die, your assets and possessions will probably go to their second spouse and will never get to your children at all. In addition, if your spouse has to go into a nursing home or needs long-term care at home, your estate may be completely eaten up by these costs, leaving nothing for your children or your grandchildren. Perhaps most important of all, wills only take effect after your death. The only way to protect your assets during your lifetime and after is to use a trust. Trusts protect your assets immediately so that you don't lose them during your lifetime. You retain all of your own assets and don't have to spend them down. And you keep all of the income that they generate. Trusts are not what they used to be, when for tax reasons, people had to give away all control and any rights to the assets in the trust. Today's trusts are much more flexible. They can be changed at any time, and best of all, you can be your own trustee. So you can be in charge of your assets for your whole life, and you're not turning over control to anybody else. If you put your home into the trust, as most people do, you'll have the complete right to be able to stay in your home for the rest of your life. You will receive the same income tax deductions and real estate tax exemptions that you receive now. If you want to sell the home and buy a new home, or simply keep the money invested, you just sell the home and buy whatever property you want, or put the proceeds in an account in the name of the trust. The assets stay protected whatever you choose to do. There are no tax implications from this type of trust, either for you or for your successive trustees or for your beneficiaries. There are no separate tax returns for this trust. You simply file your taxes as usual because you're still getting all the income from the assets in the trust. But there are all different types of trusts, and the right protection for you will be based on your individual situation. As an estate planning attorney, I can help you determine which type of trust is most appropriate for your family and best protects your assets so you don't lose them during your lifetime. Look, nobody wants to think about death or incapacity or moving into a nursing home, but it's the reality of life. And as with anything else in life, you're better protected when you are prepared. If you or someone you know is approaching your elder years in life and wants to protect your assets so you can pass them on to your family and loved ones without loss, and do not want to end up in a nursing home, schedule a free consultation and we can explore all of your options. I'm Pat Micek, estate planning and elder law attorney with law offices of Patricia G. Micek, PLLC.